Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there was a terrible catastrophe. The letters of the alphabet had escaped from their book and were nowhere to be found. Without their ABCs, the people couldn't read or write. They couldn't even send messages with pictures anymore because they didn't know what to call those pictures. It was a real mess. The king put out an announcement that whoever found all the lost letters and returned them to the book would get a big reward. All the children heard this and thought it would be an exciting adventure if they worked together. So little Johnny, Susie and Billy ran into the forest to start looking for letters. After walking a while, they came across a clearing where a big tree stood in the middle. Underneath the tree, they found a tiny door carved into the trunk. As they got closer, they heard strange sounds coming from inside. Billy decided he was too scared to go inside. But Johnny and Susie looked at each other and knew that to find the letters, they'd have to do things that made them a little scared. Taking a deep breath, Susie opened the door and peeked inside. "It's dark," she whispered back to Johnny, "and there's something over there in the corner making a lot of noise." Together, they walked deeper into the tree until they saw what was happening. All around them were letters of the alphabet, bouncing up and down on little beds made of leaves. But the source of the commotion was a letter B, who was trying to stack some acorns as high as he could. "Excuse me," said Johnny, "are you a letter?" Startled, B jumped and knocked the acorns off his tower. "Oh, hello," he stammered. "Yes, I'm a letter. I used to live in a book, but one day I got tired of being trapped between pages, so I crawled out and ran away." "Why are you stacking acorns?" asked Susie. "Because I want to build a new home," replied B. "A home where I can climb up my very own letter B." Johnny and Susie explained that the king was looking for all the letters and wanted to give them a reward, but B didn't want to go back. He liked living in the forest. "Can't you stay here and be friends with us?" asked Susie. But B shook his head. "I'm sorry, but I'm not good at making friends. And besides, I don't think the other letters would like me here." Feeling bad that B didn't want to come back, Johnny and Susie promised they'd visit him soon and then went on their way. As they walked through the forest, they heard a loud crash and then they saw a letter B fall out of a tree. "Whoa!" exclaimed Johnny. "That was close." B looked at them and then at the tree and then back at them again. "Do you know how I can get back up there?" he asked. "We can help you," said Susie. "If you promise to go back to the book with us, we can work together to get you back up that tree." B hesitated, but then he knew they were right. Being alone wasn't fun. Johnny started by climbing the tree and pulling on B's shirt. Then Susie helped B hold on to the tree with one hand while he reached out with the other to grab onto Johnny's shoulders. Slowly but surely, B climbed higher and higher. Finally, he reached the top of the tree and collapsed onto a bed of soft leaves. "Thanks for helping me," he said to Johnny and Susie. "You two are great friends." Susie and Johnny smiled at each other. They had learned that even though it can be scary to help someone who is different, doing something that makes someone else feel good makes you feel good, too. And that is when they realized that working together and helping others doesn't always have to be hard. Sometimes it can be fun, too. But they still had to find the other letters, so they continued on their way. Not far from where they'd met B, they heard some singing. They followed the sound until they came across a babbling brook and saw 6 letters on a rock in the middle of the stream. "What's going on here?" called out Johnny. "We're practicing our singing," replied one of the letters. "And so far we've learned this. Do you want to join us?" The letters began to sing. All through the town, the river ran, over rocks and stones, past houses tall and shops and stores, and trees with leaves of gold. As Johnny listened, he felt like he had to do something, but he didn't know what. Susie elbowed him and whispered, "You're supposed to join in." Johnny cleared his throat and joined the song. All through the town, the river ran, over rocks and stones, past houses tall and shops and stores, and trees with leaves of gold. When the song ended, the letters applauded. "That was great," said one. "But why aren't you singing?" asked Johnny. "We don't know any songs," replied the letter E, "and we don't know what to do with these silly voices of ours." "Well, if you want to sing, I know a place where you can practice your songs without bothering anyone," said Johnny. The children led the letters to an old abandoned barn where they could practice their singing without being bothered, and after a few hours, they had learned several songs. "This place is perfect," said one of the letters. "Thanks for helping us, kids." "No problem," replied Johnny. "But you have to come back with us to the book. We need all the letters to make words." The letters looked at each other and knew Johnny was right. As they walked toward the book, they came across a letter D who was sitting on a rock crying. "What's wrong?" asked Susie. "I fell down the hill and hurt my leg," sniffled D. "Can you help me get back to the book?" asked Johnny. D looked up at them with sad eyes. "I want to, but I can't walk." Without hesitation, Johnny and Susie picked up D and carried her back to the book. "Thanks for helping me," said D. "You're welcome," replied Susie. "But you have to admit it was pretty cool to be carried like a princess." And D laughed, which made Susie and Johnny laugh, too. Finally, they had all the letters back in the book. The king was so happy that they brought the letters back safely. He gave each of the children a reward, and together they celebrated with a big feast. After the party, Susie, Johnny, and Billy sat on a nearby hill overlooking the town. "I never thought finding letters could be so much fun," said Susie. "Me neither," replied Johnny. "But I'm glad we worked together to solve the problem. If we hadn't helped each other, we wouldn't have been able to bring all the letters home." Billy nodded. "Yeah, teamwork really does help you do amazing things." Just then, they heard the sound of footsteps behind them and turned to see the 6 singing letters approaching. "We wanted to say thank you for helping us find a place to practice our singing," said one of the letters. "You helped us find our voice." "You're welcome," said Johnny. "And maybe someday you can help us write a story." The letters looked at each other and smiled. "That would be an adventure indeed," said one. And they all laughed as they started to make up a story together. From that day forward, the children and the letters became the best of friends. Every day after school, they would meet up and use their imaginations to make up stories, plays, and poems. And they learned that sometimes the most incredible adventures start with just a single letter. The end.